Hey there, guys. What is up? Welcome back to the channel. Today we got our third look at Avengers Doomsday with the third official trailer dropping for Avengers Doomsday. Okay, let's turn that off. Sorry about that. Avengers Doomsday. We got our first look at the Fox X-Men over here with them right here. Alrighty. Yep. Looks very good. Very good indeed. There you go. I get to play the sound too. And I'll stop it right there. Okay. That's actually not the button I was trying to stop it on. But as you can see right here in the background, they have a Sentinel. I think that's also a Sentinel over there with the head ripped off right there. But this is obviously the X-Mansion being destroyed. And that's actually not what we came here to talk about, as we talked about this last week whenever it leaked. I have reason to believe that we've seen the fourth trailer, which is actually a little surprising because initially the rumor was that they were going to drop the X-Men one, and then the fourth trailer was going to be the official trailer. Now the updated rumor is that there's going to be 6 trailers and then the Doctor Doom trailer. So the fourth trailer did leak today as well, and I believe we saw it, just like how we saw this one and the last one and the one before that. It's kind of amazing how these things are actually leaking whenever they've had such a sealed vault on this stuff for years, and now it all of a sudden is just not doing too hot. But without further ado, we are going to actually be talking about that. So if you don't want to know about any of the leaks, I would click off the video because we are going to be covering those right about now. So the first video, the first part of the trailer opens up with Black Panther being Shuri with a new suit, which actually looks pretty dope. It has some gold accents, has some blue accents, all that jazz. And she's just talking about how much that she's lost, how she's lost everybody that she loves, being that of her mother and her brother and her father in Civil War, and how far they've come essentially, then to go on to talk about her king, which it turns out to be King M'Baku, which I'm not going to lie to you, I kind of forgot that happened. So pretty cool to see him back. He has a cool updated suit as well. We're not going to be showing any of the screenshots. We're not going to be showing any of the trailer. If you want to go look at that, go look on Twitter. I'm sure it'll be super easy for you to find it. People have been reposting the hell out of it. They have not been doing a good job of containing these. And then it cuts to just a quick scene of Namor. Namor being in his classic Avengers and New Avengers by Jonathan Hickman suit. I'm pretty sure he has other appearances in that suit, but that was the big one that I remember. In his sleeveless jacket that has the popped collar on that motherfucker, and it looks good. I think it looks phenomenal. I think that it looks pretty comic accurate, which is really cool. It has a little bit of a twang, but I think the biggest thing is that they got him out of those fucking trunks. I think those trunks were they looked so ugly in Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. There was no way that they were gonna do that suit for him any justice at all. There was no way that they were gonna do that. So I feel like they did the best that they could. They made it look as cool as they could with the little accents of what was it? His Aztec etchings on the shorts and shit on the rims of it, but. He's in fucking underwear, bro. Put some clothes on. I don't know. It's getting very close to a pride parade for his outfit. So I think that him having the jacket and being in the pants and everything looks really cool. We also get a snippet of one of his lackeys. I forget that bitch's name, but a lot of people are upset about that because she still looks pretty stupid. They redesigned her in the comic books. She was some hot blonde chick, which I don't know if it's his wife or what. But if it is his wife, it would make sense why he has such a fucking huge kink for Sue Storm. But speaking of Sue Storm, we also then get a shot back at M'Baku, and he goes on to introduce himself, and then it just cuts to someone that I was not expecting for sure. It cuts to Ben Grimm, who then introduces himself, which is actually super neat because apparently the Black Panther's first appearance was in a Fantastic Four comic book all those years back. I don't know the issue. I just saw this shit on like scrolling down Twitter. So feel free to yell at me if I'm incorrect. But then you get this like camaraderie smile grin, and it just says the Fantastic Four and the Wakandans will return in Avengers Doomsday. I think that this is super neat. I think it's interesting because this film is going to be a huge SA or SH, I should say, fest for damn, not SA. That's crazy. Crazy bad. No. SH movie for Sue Storm because it's going to have Namor and Doctor Doom in this bitch with her husband. So that's going to be interesting. But maybe because it's Robert Downey Jr., Tony Stark, Doctor Doom, maybe he won't be in love with her. I hope, at least, because I feel like that would be really weird. But anywho, I think that the interactions between the characters are going to be super neat. I think that everybody was expecting to see these guys. I don't think that they were expecting to see them together. I'm assuming that Sam Wilson's trailer, which is apparently going to be the next one, is going to be covering the Thunderbolts and the New Avengers, being as he wants that title back. So maybe them talking to each other or something like that. Maybe he's confronting them. I think that would be pretty neat. But this is gonna be good, man. This is gonna be good. I think it was perfect for the Fantastic Four to have first contact with the Wakandans and everything. I think that's gonna be great for the story. Back to like trailer number 3 though, I feel like the theory that a lot of people are having now is that the original Fox X-Men universe was the OG universe and everything is stemming off of them. Screen Crush does a huge, awesome breakdown of that. That was actually the first group of people that I saw pitch that theory. I'm getting behind it. I think that that's super neat. I think that we could definitely get behind that, especially seeing as Kevin Feige originally worked on the OG Fox X-Men movies back in the day, so it would only make sense that that would be the original OG timeline. Another gripe I'm seeing people complain about now that the trailer is finally officially out is that people are complaining that the Fox X-Men are getting the 90s style suits. Sir, need I remind you that the X-Men have a litany of different suits, and it's not even... They don't even have bad suits, if we're being honest. They've got a few bad ones, but they've got some fucking hitters for days. And the big question is, okay, well, if they're putting them in the 90s suits, what are they putting the new MCU X-Men in? Who the fuck cares, bro? If they put them in the OG team suits, that'd be dope. If they put them in the OG Marvel Ultimate Universe suits, okay, I suppose. Not very... I don't think anybody will be like super excited about that, but I don't think you'll get too many complaints just because it's sleek. But I really don't see them doing that, considering that they've played on the black leather line so much throughout the years that Kevin Feige is obviously not going to let that happen. So I wouldn't have any worries about that. They might even do OG suits, OG 90 suits with a small twist in there somewhere, especially Cyclops, bro. Cyclops doesn't have any short amount of suits. Anywho, I appreciate y'all for stopping by. Let me know if you guys went and watched trailer number 4. Are you guys excited for this movie, dude? I'm getting more and more hyped. I hate to see that people are actually trying to say that it's not hype and that the only one that was hype is the X-Men one. Y'all are tripping. Of course, they're not going to show every single thing that these trailers or that this movie is going to have, because then you wouldn't go see the movie, you know? And famously, the Marvel Cinematic Universe movies has always tried to keep their trailers within like the first 15 or so minutes of the movie. So this is going to be off to a huge bang, especially if this is the fucking way that the X-Men are going to be introduced, you know? And I'm going to be seated day one, as I've been saying. Appreciate y'all for stopping by. Hit that like button, hit that sub, and share. Peace.